You can
This
see
meeting is being recorded.
you can see a map there of the journey here now on the screen. You will start and end in Dublin. It includes 13 meals, including a hot breakfast, Irish breakfast, every single morning, along with hotels, transportation, sightseeing, along with a professional driver guide who, of course, brings the Emerald Isle to life. So you'll experience some iconic places like Blarney Castle, the Ring of Kerry, the Cliffs of Moher, along with some lively cities like Killarney, some stunning coastal scenery, and some truly memorable cultural experiences along the way too. So all without having to worry about the driving directions or logistics, driving on the other side of the road, or planning all of your entrance to these attractions, because it's obviously covered all in the price you're paying for this group tour. So with that, let's just dive right in and take a closer look at the journey that awaits. And again, you should all have Arnice's information here. Obviously, you got this webinar somehow, so if you want, you can have another look there. But I think you all should have it. But I always do like to start with this slide because it does highlight what we call the CIE Tours difference. So CIE Tours is a proudly Irish-owned tour operator. We have been the leading tour operator to Ireland and Britain for over 90 years. So we actually started in 1932. Not me personally, but of course the company. Not many people know that CIE actually stands for Chorus Jumper Éireann, and that's Irish for the Ireland Transport Service. So the CIE Group is our parent organization, and it's indeed part of the Irish government. So as I mentioned, in 1932, they started a company called CIE Tours, and since then we've been the leading tour operator to Ireland and the UK Isles. So guided vacations are at the heart of what we do, of course, with Ireland and Britain being our core destination. So when I say that we are Irish and Britain experts, it truly does come from decades and nearly a century of experience. So our trips and itineraries, much like this one, super seamless, as you'll see, and some great sightseeing all around. So we always do work with local guides to ensure our guests have the most authentic experience possible, and the guides are always at the heart of what we do. So I know you guys will have a fantastic time on tour with your guide, as we consistently do get some really great guest satisfaction ratings, specifically on our tour staff, I will say. So with us at CIE Tours, you are getting what we call an inclusive advantage. So there are no hidden extras or surprise add-ons. So everything is built into the package. So that means the transportation, the four-star plus hotels, immersive sightseeing and entertainment, and like I said, a lot of meals, including the breakfast every day, are included. So we of course like to leave some flexibility for you guys to explore some of the local cuisine and restaurants along the way, as you please, as it's all part of experiencing the culture of the destination, of course. So there is some flexibility there, and of course, again, I'll stress that what really brings the experience to life is the guides and the tour staff. They really are so passionate about not only Ireland, but the tourism part of it as well. So really excited that you guys will get to experience it as well. So in addition to this fantastic trip, you'll also get a CIE Tours backpack delivered with your travel documents. So the itinerary and all that stuff, you will get it delivered to your house about 4 to 6 weeks before you do depart. Arnice, of course, we can talk. Maybe you want to, you prefer to distribute them yourself, but I think with everybody being located all around these days, it's probably easier if you just get it sent to your house. You will get a guide, which you can see here. It's the Ireland and Britain go-to guide. That'll have some information about the country of Ireland, the currency, the electronic voltage for all your electronics, all of that stuff to sort of prepare you. You'll also have a water bottle, luggage tags, luggage straps, an electronic adapter, of course, a poncho. You never know when it will rain in the UK Isles, but you guys are going in August, so hopefully it'll be pretty nice for you guys. I haven't been in August. I've been in May and in September, and in both of those months, it's quite beautiful. So I can only imagine August. Experiencing Ireland, as you can see here, it's all about the character, the charm. Of course, you have the lively cities, like I mentioned, Dublin, Killarney, but you also have the castles, dramatic coastlines, the rolling green landscapes like the Cliffs of Moher, and of course the Irish hospitality. That's one of the top highlights. Of course, you'll hear lots of traditional Irish music, lots of Irish flavors and explore places filled with the history, of course, hundreds and thousands of years of history there. And a lot of Canadians, like ourselves, do have Irish history. I'm sure many of you guys do as well. No matter what you might think of my Spanish name, I am very much Irish as well on my mom's side. So I loved going there and really getting to know where, our ancestors came from. It's really cool. So um, really excited that you guys get to experience that as well. So the Cliffs of Moher, of course, a highlight that you guys will see on this tour. Really can't go to Ireland without going to the Cliffs of Moher. So they're perched right above the Atlantic Ocean on the west coast of Ireland. On a clear day, you can really see for miles as the waves crash sort of below, as you can see there on the screen. But even if it does rain or if it's a bit gloomy, it's still beautiful. And it shouldn't be cold in August by any means. So I think it'll be a great time regardless. Blarney Castle, of course, another memorable stop on this tour. You'll have the option, of course, to kiss the famous Blarney Stone. You'll get the gift of the gab, or as I say, the gift of eloquence. Or you can just sort of stroll around the castle grounds. There's lots of beautiful gardens there, especially in August. It's going to be really, really beautiful. Like I said, I was there in May and September, and it was beautiful. So um, if you're not interested in the castle, maybe you've been before. Blarney's a cute little town. There's a couple pubs not too far from the castle, so you can go there if you want, or if, like I said, you might have been there before. So, but it is beautiful and a really nice little town. This is one of my favorite experiences there in Ireland, and one that we always do on this tour. It's a sheepdog demonstration. So you'll get to go to a local farm. They are near the Cliffs of Moher, in that area on the west coast, and you'll visit a family-run farm, meet the farmers themselves, and hear a bit about their history. A lot of the time, they've been there for generations, and you get to see how their sheepdogs get to herd the sheep, all really just through whistling and communication with the dog. It's really, really cool. The dogs are really smart. Usually those border collies are Australian shepherds, really, really smart dogs, and it's cool to see. They always have some little baby lambs there as well that you can sort of pet and whatnot. It's really cool, and the families are always so nice. So I highlighted a few of the main sort of attractions and experiences that you'll see, but of course you'll get to do some other stuff like drive along the Dingle Peninsula, a stop in Dingletown, jaunting car ride in Killarney, and of course some traditional lunch and Irish cuisine and Irish music in Dublin there too. So like I mentioned just now, the Dingle Peninsula, Blarney Castle, Kenmare. And then just a bit about the hotels. I know I'm sure you guys are curious about where you'll be staying. So, like I mentioned, you will unpack. I mean, I guess it's essentially three times, but it's once for 5 days because you are obviously going into Dublin and leaving out of Dublin. So you'll of course have to have a few nights there. But you'll arriving to Dublin and you'll stay at the Homestead Suites by Hilton. It's actually a brand new hotel, so it's actually opening in June, I should say, taking reservations as of June. So you guys will be some of the first to experience it. Great location. Of course, your home base for this hotel will be in Adair, like we mentioned, so the Dunraven Hotel in Adair. Really, really relaxed, nice hotel, charming, family run, right in one of the prettiest villages in Adair, as many of you already might know. And because you're staying so many nights in one place, it's really nice just not to have to pack up every night or two. So you just head out on your day trips and come back to the same hotel every night. And then, of course, the post night before you head home out of Dublin will be at the Aloft Dublin City Hotel in Dublin City Centre. I've stayed at this hotel. It's a nice hotel, again, brand new, so I think you'll have a good stay there as well. So a bit about the itinerary. So let's look at it. It is 7 days. So your first day, like I said, will be an independent day in Dublin. So you'll arrive in Dublin, and you'll have the free day to explore as you please. So you can dine individually or with each other if you guys are traveling together as you please. Dinner isn't included that night, but it will be a few of the other nights here. So the next day is technically when the tour starts in Adair, but again, you'll get to arrive here in Dublin and then settle in peacefully that first day. So day two, your journey will begin with the scenic drive in the morning from Dublin to the charming village of Adair. So you'll get to settle into that Dunraven Hotel and then start the tour at 2 p.m. So Adair is often called one of the prettiest villages in Ireland, and you'll soon see why. Of course, that afternoon you'll have a walking tour through the village, thatched cottages, the historic churches, and a lot of the preserved buildings that obviously date back centuries, like much of Ireland. And then in the evening, you will gather with your fellow travelers for a welcome drink, followed by dinner by some local chefs with, of course, local Irish produce as well. So a nice chill day, if you will, to sort of start out your journey. So day three, this is sort of the coastal experience, if you will. So this is the day you'll go to the Cliffs of Moher, where you'll get to go see the cliffs, like I said, up above the Atlantic Ocean. It really is beautiful there, guys. Like I mentioned, rain or shine. You'll have a few hours there, so you can sort of walk across. You can either go left or right. You can go up one set of sort of the walking trail of the cliffs, or you can go the other way. You do have time to go both if you'd like to, and it's not too. It's a bit hilly, but again, it's not too bad. If you'd like to go to the visitor experience, you can go inside. There's a few cafes. You'll have time to grab some lunch there as well. Your guide will tell you to sort of grab something before you get onto the bus. But other than that, yeah, it's a cool experience, a sort of must do, I say, when you go to Ireland. And yeah, so, oh, I think I went too far. Yeah, there you go. So after that, you'll drive through the Burren. So that's another just really nice sort of coastal path through Ireland. So lots of caves, limestone terrain, some really cool rare wildflowers around there too. So very beautiful. There'll be lots of photo stops along the way, so you can get out, and take some photos, and enjoy the scenery before heading back to Adair. But before then, you will do that sheepdog experience that I just sort of mentioned there. So you'll get to do that sort of in the late afternoon before heading back to Adair for dinner at the hotel. There we are. So day four. This is the day you'll be going to the Dingle Peninsula and obviously the town of Dingle. So I keep switching slides and I keep saying this is the most beautiful part of Ireland and this is the most beautiful part of Ireland. But really, the Dingle Peninsula it's astonishing, really. And the town of Dingle is one of my favorite places. It's a very vibrant town. Some great seafood. I will say, go get some fish and chips while you're there if you do like the fish and chips. It's some of the best you'll ever have. So if you like ice cream, and of course August, it could be quite warm. I recommend Murphy's ice cream. The original one there is in Dingle. So it's a great little town that you'll have some time to sort of walk around and explore. The day will continue then on to the South Pole Inn in the village of Anasco. So you'll hear from the staff there and the fascinating story of the former owner Tom Crean. He was an Antarctic explorer, and you'll hear all about his remarkable story over a drink about his expeditions to the South Pole, alongside some famous explorers like Robert Scott. So a really fascinating piece of history there, and that place in particular really does bring it to life. So after that, again, heading back to your hotel in Adair, and you'll have a free evening to dine as you wish. So day five, you are going to take the scenic train to Cove. So if you know a bit about Cove, you'll know that it's the last port of many Irish immigrants before they headed off to the east coast of Canada and the US. So it was actually the last stop of the Titanic as well. So you sort of get to go on a little tour of the town and hear about all of the naval history, of course, of Cove. You got the cathedral perched up on the hills there above all the colored sort of architecture. Very beautiful, very vibrant. After that, you're going to go over to the town of Blarney. So, like I said earlier, you'll get to go kiss the Blarney Stone if you wish, or go explore the gardens, or do both. And you'll have a few hours there for sure at Blarney. And then back to the hotel for dinner. So day six, this will be your last full day there in Adair. So this is when you're going to be doing the Ring of Kerry and then the jaunting car ride in Killarney. So you'll get to experience again the Ring of Kerry. Lots of photo stops along the way. You'll see Malls Gap and Ladies View before heading to, arriving in Kenmare, where you have some free time to explore and grab some lunch on your own, explore the little town there before heading to Killarney. So in Killarney, you will get to, again, get to walk around the little city centre there. It's a beautiful, I guess it's a city, and you'll get to go on a jaunting car ride. So it's a beautiful, probably about an hour long horse jaunting car ride with some interesting folks, I will say, who run those jaunting rides. They got lots of stories, and they're very, very funny. But it's about an hour's long, and you go through, of course, the lakes in Ross Castle. So a really just fun way to experience Ireland and Killarney in particular. So after that, you'll head back to Adair for a farewell dinner with your group. Now, day 7, like I mentioned, you're going to head back to Dublin, of course. Very sad, the journey's coming to an end, but you'll have a private sort of lunchtime pub experience at Taylor's Three Rock Pub. So this is some footage there, some still images of Taylor's Three Rock. They actually say you're not really supposed to take pictures or videos, but as we know, people always do anyways. But it's a really cool experience. You get some obviously traditional Irish cuisine and beer or whatever you want, Guinness. And it's just a really fun experience. Like I said, they come onto your table, tap dance, they dance and sing in your face. They'll bring people from the crowd into the stage. It's just really fun all around. So I know you'll love it. And then later on, you'll have some time to do some independent sightseeing. So basically, we'll send you, with your travel docs, you'll have a voucher for a hop-on, hop-off bus, plus admission to one of the top attractions there. So you could choose from, the Guinness Storehouse, the Jameson Factory, the Teeling's Distillery Experience, or the General Post Office Museum. So some of and you can see here on the screen, some examples, but just some of the top attractions there that you can visit as you wish on your own time. Because at that point, essentially, the CIE guided portion of the tour is over after Taylor's Three Rock. But you'll have that night there at a Loft Hotel in Dublin. And then the next day, you'll be heading home, unless you're going to extend on afterwards. In that case, I guess you'll have to talk to our niece about. But that will be the last sort of evening at Battle City Centre Hotel in Dublin. So sadly, all fun journeys do have to come to an end. I know it's always the saddest day, but again, I think it's going to be a great time for you guys, and I know you're in safe hands with CIE. It's a great company, and I've done many of our tours in Ireland. So if you do have any other questions, obviously you can ask our niece, who can come to me with any other ones. But like I said, guys, thanks for joining me this evening. I know it's not always easy to join midweek at 6 p.m., so I really appreciate your time. And of course, thanks our niece for hosting.